Bonjour and welcome or welcome back to my channel. Claude here. Thank you for joining me for your next 3 months tarot reading. Now this is going to be covering the period of April, May and June, and this is looking at the longer picture. Longer term picture, sorry, as opposed to the one monthly where we just look at what's on your doorstep, really, you know, what you need to tackle. So, you know, longer term picture there. And this is going to be a reading for the people born under the Hierophant card and the Temperance card. And if you do not know what your tarot birth card is, there is a link in the description box below to a short instructional video for you to find out how to calculate it and then come back and check out your reading. So for this reading, I'm going to be using two decks, the Wisdom of the Sacred Bee Oracle and the Journey of the Sacred Bee Tarot. I've reviewed both of those decks, so if you're interested in the artwork and you want to check out the cards and maybe get them for yourselves, the link to their reviews are in the description box below too. So, I hope that you are all doing well and that you've had a good month so far, and without further ado, let's begin. So if you would like to connect to the energy of my decks, now's the time to take a couple of breaths whilst I shuffle it. So what do my querents born under the Hierophant card and the Temperance card need to hear for their highest good for the next 3 months, please? Okay, so your first card is the card of Decision. We also have Mindfulness. And finally, Mental Clarity. Okay, so the first thing I would say to you, this Oracle deck functions on elements, just like the 4 suits of the tarot. And you have 3 air card, which is all to do with the mental body. So decision, obviously being at a crossroad, having to make up your mind about something important. Mindfulness, the importance to ground yourself, to be in the moment, to remember that it's not just the destination that counts, it's also the journey, and to make sure that you enjoy the journey, whether we're talking about a literal journey, like you moving, or whether it is a journey of growth. For some of you, you may have come round full circle. That's what I'm hearing in my head. That will speak to somebody. And it's going to become very clear, okay? Mental clarity means you're going to have that epiphany. You're going to gain the enlightenment or the confidence that you need in order to make this decision. So we see you starting the 3 months period with being at a crossroad, having to choose a path, the need to ground yourself, and then the mental clarity, finding what to do. Now I'm going to move them slightly because I'm going to put the bottom of the deck right here on the right. So let me clarify all of this for you with the tarot. So can you clarify those energies for my querents, please? Alright, so we have the 9 of Wands with persistence, the Judgment card, Major Arcana, can also talk about making decisions, and the Princess of Cups, so that's your Page of Cups. Under Mindfulness we have the 6 of Coins, the Emperor, another Major, and the 7 of Wands. And then finally we have the Queen of Cups. So we have the Page and the Queen of Cups here, the 2 of Cups, and the Chariot, another Major Arcana. Okay, this is interesting because you have a major for each month underneath each of the card. Very interesting. Anyway, bottom of the deck, which is the energy that's working underneath the scene, you may not be aware of, we have the Hierophant. For some of you, your own card. Okay. I think this is why I got the message of some of you are going full circle, because the Hierophant represents knowledge, represents, it may represent, you know, a mentor, a counselor, represents traditions, represents your deeply held beliefs. But the Hierophant is somebody who studies, you know, and this is this study of yourself. This is discovering yourself. Your ruler number is number 5, whether you're Temperance or the Hierophant card, which is a number of disruption. Now, disruption is very often misinterpreted as something bad, as a challenge, but it's not, because this is the card that injects movement. The number 5 injects movement into number 4. 4 is the strong foundation and it's stable. But if things are stable all the time, they never grow, they never move, they don't evolve. The 5 is that energy of injection of some kind of dynamic energy, and it's on your soul path. This is how you learn to know yourself. You know, you explore and you push yourself, and this is what this is. And the Hierophant being the energy underneath this is showing me that this is you getting to really truly understand who you are, what you want out of your life. You know, it's big, the energy is very big. So I'm going to leave it at that, because I can see this is what was pushing the whole reading anyway. So let me just squeeze it a bit so you can see it on the side. So under decision, we have the 9 of Wands, Judgment card, and the Page of Cups. Now the 9s is a number of achievement, and when you pair this energy, you know, of culmination, of getting nearly to the 10 with the fire energy of the Wands, which is your drive, your spirit, your passion, it talks about being just on the cusp of finishing, you know, but you're not quite there. And so there may be an element of being really exhausted and battered, because it's not been an easy road. Anything we do, and I like to say that because, well, that's my experience anyway, anything we do with a lot of passion and drive, it's gonna be, you know, exhausting. And yeah, we may fall on the way, but we pick ourselves up and okay, we have a bruise, but we continue. It's that kind of energy. One more push is what the 9 of Wands talks about. And actually the worst thing you can do when you get the 9 of Wands is to give up. Okay, this is really a card that says to you, come on, one last push, you're nearly there. Okay, and then you've got the Judgment card. Now for me, the Judgment card is a report card. In other words, you're looking at something, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a career choice, whether you relocated and you know, you're looking at the decision you made, and you're looking at it in the cold light of day. You know, what happened, cause, consequences, what did I gain, what went according to plans, what did not. And this is a huge awakening. This is why also sometimes the card of Judgment may be interpreted as making a life-changing decision, and is shedding the old and embracing a brand new you, because this is empowering. And we have the Page of Cups following that. Now the pages represents, they can represent news and messages coming your way, but they also represent new direction and the ability to learn. And because Cups is the water energy, so the emotional body, this card in this reading anyway, to me, is telling me that this is you working out how you feel about all of this, working out your feelings, you know, because when we are in the energy of Judgment, when we are looking at something and reflecting on cause, consequences, and we're in an energy of the 9 of Wands as well, which is that, you know, being tired and thinking, oh my God, you know, can I get to the finishing line? I'm not so sure. It puts us in a some kind of a position where we're working out how we feel about this, because it's not been easy and we need to make this decision. And, you know, we are humans, we have feelings and emotions. And so we're trying to work out how we are feeling about this. which obviously is why all of this is with the card of decision. You have to make a decision. And it is a big decision, just so we're clear. I don't know if I made that evident enough, but with the Judgment card here, this is a decision that's going to have an impact on your life long term, okay? We're not talking about just a little decision, you know, like, I don't know, shall we go away this weekend or stay home? You know, we're talking about something really big. And then we've got the card of mindfulness, and this is supported by the Six of Coins, the Emperor, and the Seven of Wands. Okay, there's a special message for someone out there. It's not for all of you, but I need to get it out of my head. There may be somebody who's going to help you financially or with your time in order to make this decision work for you. Now, the Emperor can represent a parent figure, you know, or someone who has a lot of life experience. So it doesn't have to be a parent, it could be someone in your family, but it could simply be someone who's like a mentor to you, someone who has a lot of life experience to offer. And this is obviously, you know, ruled by number 4. I explained what number 4 is. It's that strong foundation, the stability. So for some of you, and that's just a special message, they may be helping you, because the Six of Coins talks about you know, the harmony in your everyday life with things that are to do with the tangible, the physical. So it could be them giving you a bit of money and you doing something in exchange, you know, to say thank you. And it doesn't have to be money. Do you know what I'm saying? It's the perfect equilibrium between giving and receiving. And so they may be helping you and help you. For some of you, it may be someone funding your project or helping you fund a business that you've been trying and thinking about, you know, developing. But again, that's a specific message. Take what resonates, because otherwise the Six of Coins represents a period of harmony after having overcome some kind of disruption. And as I said, a disruption can be a change or a challenge, but when we make a decision, it triggers a chain of events, and obviously things change. And so this is saying that the peace and harmony is going to come back. And in this case, the Emperor may represent you taking charge of this, feeling stable and conquering, you know, starting to build your empire. And it is very important that you are mindful of the journey. The Emperor is someone who's a strategist. This is someone who's going to plan all of the steps in order to get to what they want. So they are in the moment, and they obviously sometimes project themselves in the future, you know, to see, you know, what could possibly happen. But generally speaking, the Emperor is a doer, someone who's building an empire, someone who takes calculated steps and is very much in the moment. It's also somebody who does not give up. The Seven of Wands is the card of having the higher ground. It's the card of standing in your true colors and for what you believe in, and sometimes having to defend a decision that you made or a course of action that you've taken. Remember that Wands is fire energy, the Emperor is also fire energy, so there's a lot of fire going on in this reading, which represents your pure spirit, your drive, your desire to make something happen. And again, you have the Nine of Wands and the Seven of Wands, and to me both of them represent the need to push past any problems or any obstacles. This is really, these are cards of saying, you know, just keep pushing, don't give up. Because you see, 7 is that number of self-analysis, and when we evaluate something, which we have the Judgment card here, so there's a big life assessment, you know, of whatever situation is going on in your life. When we do that, it builds the self-confidence inside of us, and once we have that confidence, we then get the impetus to move forward, because it gives us, it shows us the way, which way to go. And to me, number 7, and okay, you could look at it the way you want, but that's how I look at number 7. It's number 4 plus number 3. Number 4, from the strong foundations that we have built as the Emperor, we then get the growth spout of number 3, because number 3 is evolution, expansion, creativity. So to me, 7 is the strong foundations, analyzing how we got there, at which then you gain the confidence that pushes you forward in order to achieve what you need to do. Very powerful number. I love the energy of number 7 for that reason, and paired with the fire of the Wands energy, it is a fantastic card that just says, you know, whatever you are building, you're on the right path, continue on the right path, and you have the higher ground, you can see from the card. And then we move on to the cards under mental clarity. And for that, we have the Queen of Cups, the Two of Cups, and the Chariot. Now, the Chariot, I'm not going to lie, I'm going to get it out of the way immediately, could literally represent you relocating, because the Chariot can, on a very primal sense, talk about voyages, trips, journeys. So that may well be you going somewhere. Whether it's permanently or not, I'm sensing an essence of long term. That's a message for someone, and I had to get it out, otherwise it's going to block the rest of the messages. But we have the Queen of Cups and the Two of Cups. Now the Queen of Cups is somebody who is very much turned inwards towards what makes them happy. Now remember, no genders attached, just the energy. They are searching for emotional satisfaction, emotional contentment. They are very intuitive. They may be empaths. And obviously, you know, they have a strong sense of intuition. But the Queen, she understands the Suit of Cups. She knows what's going to make her happy. She's had time to study what's going to make her happy, and that can be from life experience. It can be from recent experiences. You know, we all grow and develop at different pace. So, you know, take what resonates. But this Queen of Cups is someone who's going to make decisions based on her heart space, and also on what she knows deeply in her heart, trusting her intuition, that's going to make her happy. Now we have the Two of Cups here, and the twos represents duality and polarity, and also decisions, having to make decisions. Now this may refer to a very important and significant relationship in your life. That could be romantic, obviously, but it could be a friendship, it could be a business partnership. Does not have to be love, because we have feelings and emotions about our work as well, but we're not in love with it. Well, some of us are, but you know what I mean, right? So the other thing that the Two of Cups may represent is the relationship you have with your higher self. Now, the Queen of Cups is in a position where they can see whether they are in alignment with their higher self, with their soul purpose, with where they are meant to go or where they are meant to be. And this card indicates to me that you're going to get to a point where you know this. That's why it is under mental clarity. So whether you are getting the mental clarity on a significant partnership in your life, or whether this is to do with you being in alignment with where you believe you should be, you should go, or what you should do, this is what's going to be highlighted for you in June. And you're going to be victorious because you've got this Chariot here. This is movement forward. The Chariot is one of my favorite cards in the tarot. Number 7 rules it. I have told you how much number 7 is building on the stability that you have already laid down, and then growing, moving forward, expanding. And the Chariot is a victory through sheer willpower. This is an unstoppable force. This is, you know, the Charioteer doesn't take detours. They have a goal in mind and they just go for it. And whatever life sends towards them, it doesn't matter. They know they've got it and that they're gonna overcome whatever is on their way. And the reason for that is because you're going to be embodying the energy of the Queen of Cups. You know what your heart wants, where you should be headed, what you should do. Obviously take what resonates with this mental clarity. And this, all of this movement, this drive, is going to give you, with the Hierophant right here, a better knowledge and understanding of who you really are at your core. So I am seeing a very transformative period for you, to be honest, you know, in the next 3 months, particularly with the Judgment card as well. You have very, very potent cards and a sense of coming very much aware of where you need to go. I'm getting the words focus coming in. So, you know, if you felt that, you know, you didn't have much direction at the beginning of the year, this is about to change. So I hope you've enjoyed your journey for the cards with me. If you found this message helpful in any ways, do let me know in the comment box below. I'd love to hear from you. As always, I thank you for your time. It's your most precious commodity. I am truly humbled you chose to spend it with me. I wish you a truly magical next 3 months, and I will see you again very soon. Until next time, au revoir.